So I understand that my new PC it's taking longer time to start to do the restart than my old PC. My old PC it was faster. It seems like that. I don't know. Because in my old PC I had the time to restart and start the live stream again without losing wherever the heck I was. Oh crap! What happened with the screen? Anyway, the Steam it's a bit weird. So yeah, that's why I have one more live stream now again. And let's go here. See the game in a moment, probably, hopefully. Okay, something it's not going very good. Okay, it's working now again. Yeah. As I was saying, I discovered that in my old PC, probably it was faster in doing the restart. My new PC is not so fast, and it's a bit weird because it has faster hard drive, but of course it has another 3 hard drives. It's 4, all of them. Anyway, so let's go back. So where the fuck I was saying, and this is yeah, actually I don't know if you understand what happened. Like I don't know if the live stream it was up, but strangely my fucking monitors, one of them it was green and the other one it was gray, and I didn't see anything. Like I don't know what the fuck would happen. So that's why I restarted. Anyway, so I was let's go back, and this is the fact. Like for me, that's why it's working. This game. I understand why for some people this game is not working, but I don't want to say that I found that a bit weird, because okay, we are different people and different people has different not needs, they think differently, so I cannot say that it's something there. So the thing now, as you can see here, we have this the chronological order, but I don't want to start it here. You see the game in the with the things, the way that happens. So for example, the last cutscene, we're gonna have it somewhere in the beginning, not in the very, like not in the beginning of the game, but somewhere there. And I think this is not working. So if you haven't played the game in the original stuff, don't go here for sure. For sure don't go here, because you need to play the game that way. I see that. I see what you say, that some people wanted more of those, but I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because for me, it's, if you have more of those, it's gonna be maybe the same seat. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like, for example, right now we are used in Resident Evil series to have in every game a different protagonist. Cool. But let's say that this didn't happen, and let's say that in Resident Evil 2 we have again Jill and Chris. It will be okay. And then Resident Evil 3 we have again Jill and Chris. It's like I don't know. It's a bit weird. I mean, it's not something that I like. Now I want to check what is the counters. You can go just and play just the fights or whatever. You can see the cinematics. That's why I haven't uninstalled the game from the first one, and probably I will not gonna uninstall the second one also. Because you can go and check the cinematics with commentary from Dragman, Troy Baker, and the girl. I forget her name again, I'm sorry. And also you can go and see here, I think it's here somewhere, right? Do they have here some extra? The making of, yeah, this one. You can see this, and this is the commentary. It's pretty good, and I want to check both of them. Plus, I want to see the cutscenes with the commentary from the guys. Or I'm saying something. What's the trailer from blah blah blah? And okay, what is this? Okay. Yeah, I want to check all of those things here to see what is happening before I completely delete the game from my hard drive. But we're gonna play the lost levels now. Of course, all three of them, they are, I think they are small. They are like 50 minutes each or something. And they are in not, it's in pre-alpha state, as the game says there. Yo, is this one also? Is this one also? It's like, for me, this whole thing that, okay, we don't like that, we are the fans and we don't like that, and we need to change that. It's okay, it's a statement, cool. But after that, you cannot do anything else, man. Like, you are not the person who make this shit. If you don't like it, don't support it, and that's it. You cannot do anything else. And I think a lot of people, they didn't support it. So yeah, why not have that, have this? Let's see, what are those? I am curious to see the lost levels. Yeah, let's see. Have you played those 3 levels? Big loading. Ooh, we have shaders also. Yeah, the stream is down. Every time that the shaders are happening,
You're
everything
about
are
to
going
play
down.
an unfinished level from The Last of Us Part 2. The reason
Okay.
we added this section is there are a few sequences, and we picked the 3 of the best ones, that we cut from the game. You know, often we build a game that's much bigger than what ends up being the final product. They were months away from being finished, but we wanted to give you an insight of what it's like when we built a game, because often we have this whole thing constructed and it doesn't have final art or audio or dialogue. And here you get to see the building blocks of what it's like when we first string a bunch of these levels together. This is the intro to the first deleted level, and this one is the roughest of the 3. We wanted to show more of how Jackson operates. So this is the festival where Ellie ultimately kisses Dina. This sequence would have come very late in the game as a flashback sequence while you're in the farm with Dina. And we wanted to show what is the rest of Jackson doing, and wanted to put on the stick, make it interactive. So you could see when you're outside, there are all these almost like carnival games that you can play. You could mix drinks, you could play with these kids that are playing a sort of clicker Marco Polo, sit down and listen to conversations. And all the different interactions were first or second pass, very, very early passes. The building blocks are there, but nothing is final. And ultimately, while we were very excited by this sequence, it's pretty fun and lighthearted. It just slowed things too much as we're barreling towards the end of the story at this point. So again, reminder, rough, missing audio, missing animation, missing gameplay tweaks, missing dialogue, but pretty representative of what it would have been. So enjoy.
Okay, interesting. Oops. There is a dialogue thing there. Don't drink a lot.
Originally, this level was going to transition us to farm. We would go all the way through to the dance, where Ellie and Dina share their first kiss. Then we would play through farm, and when Ellie plays the guitar at night, she would remember the Seth incident. So, the opening for this was a little tricky. We needed it to match at least a little what you might expect emotionally coming from prior beats, because we were already purposefully disorienting you in time and space. Remember, you just came from this huge fight. To jump straight into it would have been a little too jarring. After some back and forth, we rooted it in Ellie's nerves, calling back to her hands shaking in the theater. But this time, for a much more innocuous reason we'll find out later. She's nervous because she has a crush on Dina, who is the only reason why she's here at the dance.
Okay, I like this shit. I like when you have the developer explain stuff. They have the same mode in the Dear Esther game. and you actually need to find all those dialogues from the developers. It's pretty awesome to
Something we
understand,
really wanted to
to
do
see
was highlight
what
the way their
they,
lives had turned upside down.
how
since
they
the bounce
thinking,
back.
how
We
they
had this
thinking.
idea of recontextualizing all of our usual gameplay mechanics that were designed for really violent ends. The workbench, door bashes, throwable weapons, and even the infected, which is my personal favorite. Peppered throughout the level are moments of levity or shared history, all the while seeing how happy and mundane they all were before her huge revenge odyssey.
Oh, beautiful! You have a lot of dialogues. Probably it's just that, right? Like this part here, but okay,
It
we're
is not a
gonna.
festival without one of these throwing games. This one, of course, uses our throwable system where you're often chucking explosive things or stunning things, but for a more wholesome purpose, although some people take this game really seriously. A fun aspect of this is if you did well, you could win a toy here. Ellie would place it in her pocket. If you had done this, you'd find the toy with JJ, the baby, later back at the farm. When we cut this, the toy made it through anyway because it was so cute. It is the same one you see on the tractor at the farm.
Yeah,
Ollie
the
the
small
elephant.
elephant. Yeah. Awesome, beautiful.
The makeup artist is pretty simple. It's one of those little in-game scenes we peppered in to make it feel like Ellie had roots in the town. Hallie, our writer, mentioned that in her mind, an
Beautiful.
ex-girlfriend of Ellie's tattooed her arm to cover up her scar. So we figured this might be the only time you get to see that. We wanted to hint at it and allude to it and make it feel like there had been so much more that had been happening and so much more that Ellie threw away.
Okay. Beautiful. So you will see also the tattoo artist, yeah, the lady.
This is one of my favorite sections because I think that it achieves both the slice of life aspect of Jackson while also being a stark reminder of how dark the world that they live in really is. To attract attention and curiosity, one of the kids was supposed to make this adorable, messed up little clicker impression, and the others would giggle. We tried a version where if you got close enough, the kid might try to follow you a little before turning back. Since clickers are blind and move by echolocation, for this game of messed up tag, Ellie must close her eyes and listen for when the children give themselves away. The thought was that these kids are in relative safety. They still grow up with the dangers of clickers and runners, and all those lessons would embed themselves in the games that they play. When the festival got cut, they tried to preserve this moment and move it to the front of the game where the snowball fight is, as a tutorial. However, being in the headspace of a clicker doesn't really teach you how to deal with them. Eventually, it evolved, and they instead made the snowball fight, which was, I think, way more effective. For me, it's character illuminating that not only does Ellie know this game, she plays along. There's a familiarity with the kids that's really nice to see, especially because it's such a difference from the Ellie we see later, who has a sort of hollow normalcy that she's trying to get with JJ, but kind of fails.
Okay. Yeah, but I see why they cut it. Yeah, it's like if this thing it will be in the last flashback, it's gonna turn down the pace very fucking much, like out of
There's
nowhere.
a hidden spot at the back that was just a bit of fun. It was highlighting Jackson's normalcy with something we would find in a real world. In the back, you would find teenagers finding some alone time with each other in a dark corner of a party. It was rewarding the player for peeking into a hidden corner, but ultimately redirecting them back to the festival. We also had versions of them smoking weed here, despite Maria's consternation, probably having gotten it from Eugene.
Okay, and more or less that's it. The first one. Like you don't have anything else to do, or you're going here and probably continue with that. And probably we'll have some dialogue here also. Yeah. Yo, okay, beautiful. Like those small section. Okay, cool. Even less than 50 minutes. Cool. I like it. Now again, the FPS are gonna go down and everything they're gonna fuck up because probably the game is gonna make the shaders again. It's the game, it's the graphic card. Who's making the shaders? What are the shaders? I don't know. I need to search for it. But anyway, yo. So now everything will go to shit. Look, I believe they rebuilt it again, right? Probably they're gonna make something to put it here. Okay, it's pre-alpha,
Second
but
level, which is an extended sequence of the sewers in Seattle. This comes on the heels of where Ellie goes into a building and she survives an attack by stalkers and gets thrown out of a window and gets swept away by the current. And then we cut this section that used to be there in the final game. Now you will get to play it. So this was a way to get a bit more interesting puzzles, interesting traversal, figure out how Ellie can navigate the sewers with the fighting current. Ultimately, with a lot of these levels and these sequences, the reason why we cut them were for pacing purposes. But here it is for you in this very kind of raw form that part of it will feel finished, parts of it will feel like assets are missing as far as audio, animation won't be final, but it's a glimpse into what a game looks like when it's months away from finishing. Enjoy.
yeah, I understand. I remember the sequence. And in the end, the sequence, it was almost nothing. Like you're going there, you find something, and you pass away. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, I need to play. I like the fact that she's speaking to the zombies. Like, get out of them, me. Like, what the fuck, girl? Like, the zombies not understand you. Okay. I think this is completely new.
Okay. Okay.
Oh god.
Fuck Seattle. Okay. Where the hell am I?
And what are those shaders? Why you need them?
This level, internally known as Find Nora, was quite long in duration as we had to make Ellie traverse a far distance to the opposite side of downtown Seattle. The sewer section was originally longer than what we released the game with, approximately 10 minutes more. This was one of the few areas of the game that used water flow as part of a traversal puzzle. The player has to go upstream to use the current to get to the platform to reach the other side. We mostly cut this mechanic game-wide, however it remained in essence in the section swimming to the aquarium as Ellie when you were avoiding the waves.
Okay. It makes sense. It's a cool idea. Why not? So we need to go there, but because the water is pushing me, it's pushing me away. So I need to do it differently. Okay.
When players reach the doorway and enter into the room, they're faced with a dead end. The real reason for this dead end room is that on the reversal, when exiting back out of the doorway, players are faced with the route onwards. A pipe that they'd not been able to see when they were swept past it on the way in, and something that was hidden from view when on the side platforms.
What have we got here?
The intention here being that the only option is to go off the standard path in order to search for a way out.
Now, like, how many fucking things you need to think to make a fucking video games? It's awesome. It's awesome and seems so freaking difficult. Yeah, I see that with the drivers you say, because every time that I was changing the drivers when some shit was happening and I needed to when I had this drivers upgrade that it was bad and didn't work and I need to do this and that, every time the shaders were start doing this thing again, like I don't know how they call it, combine the shaders.
Throughout the rest of the level, we also used light to indicate to the player that they were heading in the right direction. At each turn, however, we blocked the direct route forward. Players would know that they just have to keep finding alternative paths, promoting those feelings of being desperate and trapped.
Interesting.
We slowly introduced the player to consider climbing into smaller pipes and crouching in these tight spaces. This is to slowly build up to and encourage the player to climb into such a small pipe that they'd have to be crawling on their stomach, which is something that the player previously may not have recognised as a playable space, let alone the desired route they need to take.
Malaga, check here. What the fuck you need to
Keep going
think?
up.
We added a tiny space just to reward
Make
the
a
player's
fucking
exploration
video
with a
game.
pickup item, and we made sure it was something that made sense that you'd find in this area. A canister and all the garbage that had been washed into the sewers from the surface.
It's awesome. It's just awesome. Awesome and fuck, I was angry yesterday with the video game industry. Don't make me like it again. Did you read my article, Taki?
We loved the idea of making Ellie prone through a tiny dirty pipe in order to get out, as it was a great opportunity to use our prone mechanic. A unique camera setup was created to support crawling in these pipes, as the standard prone camera is much higher above the player. We also created custom collision in order for Ellie to manoeuvre in these tight spaces easily. Initially, the oblong collision capsule around her character caused issues crawling around corners. We put extra effort into the custom corner collision so the movement experience is as smooth as the main game.
Whatever. Yeah, no worries. I am saying all the bullshit I have in my mind about Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, why I'm angry, why I don't like the industry right now, and some shit like that. Next weekend I will write something happier. I promise.
In order for the player to feel cramped, claustrophobic and desperate, we'd been enforcing the traversal mechanics that allow for a tight environment which promote these feelings. We introduced the use of the squeeze through so that we can keep the player feeling enclosed and tight, but without repeating the same geometry. Here we change from low ceilings with wider walls to high ceilings and tight walls to change up the spatial pacing and keep the level from repeating itself.
Malaga taxi. This seriously now I am amazed about, and it's like a small fucking section of a game that it's not in the final product anyway, but you think all this bullshit that they need to think that, this, the other, how to make the player do that, this, the other. Evil, man, it's mind-blowing.
Originally, we had the waterline much higher here, so players had to swim through this tight tunnel. However, from watching user test feedback, it was occasionally causing people to discount the route entirely and turn back on themselves. So to avoid any risk of this happening in the final game, we present a lower water level so the tunnel is easy to see and commit to using. Although this isn't as impactful without the prone swim, it's the better decision as it means a smoother experience for the player with no backtracking frustration. As we surface from the water and over the crest of the slope, we reveal what is further in this tunnel. A clicker that has sprouted and the fungus has grown on the sides of the pipe. It was great to see people who user tested this area becoming increasingly worried as we forced the player to squeeze past the fungus and inches away from the clicker's face, all the time not being sure whether the clicker might be alive or attack them. Although
This is a
we
mistake,
to force a clicker attack in such close proximity, we do have a payoff for this moment. This clicker momentarily turned into Joel to show Ellie's PTSD from what happened to Joel at the start of the game. Ultimately, we decided to save this moment for the farm level, as it was more impactful there because it could become the centrepiece of that experience. Whereas in the sewers, we weren't able to make it as much of a narrative point and give it the breathing room and reaction time that it deserves, given the tight space.
Okay, so we're gonna have a fungus and clicker here. Yes, so we have it. Fuck. That's cool. That's cool and scary. Come on, you fucking flashlight. Uh-huh. Good idea.
Oh shit!
I'm going wherever I see the dialogue stuff. It bubbles.
For the final section, we eventually opened you out into a wider area as you traverse through such tight spaces leading up to this. So changing the environmental pacing makes it begin to feel like we're coming to the end of Ellie's ordeal. An earlier iteration used the current that we'd shown at the start for a slightly tougher traversal puzzle to conclude the sewers. The ladder was clearly visible from most of the area, but the player was faced with a fast-flowing torrent of water they couldn't cross. If the player attempted to jump into the water, they were not able to swim across the ladder due to the water's speed. But instead, they had to traverse the pipe running along the top of the space in order to get across the water. Using this pipe was retained in the iteration we shipped with, as it's the last of the extreme methods Ellie has to undergo in order to escape the sewers, and what she will go through in her pursuit of revenge.
It's okay, but I don't know now. As a
The last ladder climb is quite lengthy, and although we could have trimmed it down to a shorter climb, we liked how this last segment of
I have lost one dialogue in the beginning. I don't know if you saw it. I started from the second
the
out
journey
of
built
15.
anticipation.
I have lost one.
Whether there was success at the top or not after all you've been through. Ultimately, the ladder exits out into the subway station, which is how it connects in the final game. Ellie then has to find her way to the hospital from here, crossing paths with the scars for the first time.
It's okay. I don't know if this section will turn the game so much down. Okay, it's like 10 minutes. But okay, the people who do that, they know way better than me. But it's not something that it was necessary to be out. I mean, the first one with the Jackson, I understand it. Why it's out. This one, you're going to the source anyway, so it's yo, probably to understand more why she cannot leave this thing. Again, we're gonna have a downfall for the shaders.
For this third and final deleted level, what we call the boar hunt sequence, this was a sequence pretty late in the game. It was right after the whole Seattle Abby sequence where Abby spares Ellie. And then we wanted to come back into Ellie's story, but keep it a bit mysterious of how much time has passed, where is Ellie now? So we're coming in on Ellie and she's following a trail of blood. And we wanted to mirror in a way the deer hunt sequence from the first game, but this time do it with a boar. And there's something with Ellie that now she can't let go of this violence. She's pursuing it even against this innocent animal. This was another opportunity to show how the violence that Ellie has experienced, the violence that she witnessed being afflicted onto Joel, is still sticking with her, and she's still experiencing these PTSD moments. This was a sequence that was pretty far along and was cut pretty late in production. Parts of it are still really rough, but the gameplay, the building blocks were all there. I think you'll have fun to see, like, again, a rough, unfinished sequence that you can play. You can see all the way to the end, and including a cinematic that we end up cutting. And the remnants of the sequence ended up being mentioned in Ellie's journal. So this part of the story that we developed still made its way into the game as kind of optional stuff that you could read about, but here you get to experience it. So as a reminder, this is pretty rough, months away from being finished, but you get to see it now.
Okay. I have just one gun.
So the boar hunt was one of the hardest levels for me to work on. It was a huge challenge with the systems that we had, and we kept trying, but it never felt quite right. Originally, the level happened after the Jackson Festival, which also got cut, but before Farm. Once the festival got cut, it became the prologue to Farm. The intended experience is that we jump forward in time after the fight with Abby in the theater. We don't know where Dina is. We likely assume she's dead because she was just bleeding out. Ellie is alone. Her hair is short. So maybe this is the future or the present. And she's hunting. Hunting who? Abby still? In
Ah,
early
good
iterations of the
idea.
fight, it was more arena-like. The player slowly whittles down the boar's health. Ellie gets more visceral and more vicious. We get a little worried about her. As the boar gets weaker, more panicked, more feral, and we start feeling sympathetic to the boar, was the hope. In all of these iterations, especially of these wider areas, it required custom AI and scripting to make sure it continued to feel organic as an animal, but we really needed it to do specific stuff. It needed to be able to close distances really, really quickly. It needed to charge to attack, but we wanted the feeling of hunting, so we needed to track it down from afar. And we also needed to discourage the player from attacking the boar when it's that close, or it would kind of turn into this melee kerfuffle. How do we do this in our world while keeping the boar believable? We must have gone through 5 or 6 iterations of the boar fight and all, and every single time it changed pretty drastically. We split it into clear phases, where one was like all long range. We tried another where you're getting close and you get the jump on it quite literally. You're jumping off of a rock to attack it. And then finally, we tried a bunch where you almost sort of go around a bunch of trailers and try and wrestle it. We uncovered after some time that taking down a boar over several phases felt very laborious and a little dramatic. It was comically long, it felt too boss-like, a little too gamey. We decided to cut the first few phases, and we opted for a cold open after the boar had already been hurt off screen. So that allowed us to focus on feeling like we're closing in on prey and to introduce the boar when it was at its most dangerous. Already hurt, already feral, much too close for comfort. And so the thinking was it would bring us more into Ellie's mindset. Is this really hunting for food, or is she hunting for some other reason? The gas station was built to highlight the boar's destructiveness. Since it's cramped, the boar feels larger. We also feel trapped with it, though perhaps it's trapped with us. When it charges, it gets to us quickly, so we must be on our toes. This made it more aligned with Ellie's sort of hunting for trouble mindset. Listening became more important, as well as moving around slowly so it didn't hear you. Could you spot it before it saw or heard you? And could you get a shot off quickly enough so you could dodge out of the way? Or is the shot worth the cost after? It feels like a gamble. By the end of the fight, everything would likely be in shambles. The boar would burst through the back, and Ellie would follow it and finally enact revenge.
It makes sense how much the things has changed. It's cool. I don't know.
I can't see shit.
Yeah, probably here it will be better or something, the animation, but okay. Yeah, probably the whole fight it will be better. A bit better.
It's over. Nowhere to run.
Oh, also, without thinking, the first thing that I have done when I go here that it's dark, it's to push the R3 for the light.
The boar kill was supposed to be anything but glorious. With the boar whimpering at the back of the gas station after Ellie's relentless hunt. After this, hearing the drone that we kind of come to associate with Ellie's trauma, we would hard cut to the stream where she's washing her hands and holding rabbits that she hunted, about to return to Dina. And there would be no mention of the boar.
Oops. And you have a zombie attack now or something behind you. It will be cool. Okay, so that was the lost levels. Cool. It's less than like 10 minutes each or something. with some things here and there to find out. It's cool. I want to see all of those. I will check all of those before I delete the games. But whoopa, easy with the controller. Thank you. But now we have seen, I think, everything. Okay, we can do the no return, the roguelite thing. But I think it's unnecessary. What do you think? Do you want to see it? If you tell me that you want to see it, both of you, I will run one run to see how it is. If not, I don't care. I can close. Tell me and I am here. I mean, I have another 20 minutes before 9. Usually I want to close 9, so I can do it. Cheers. The no return, the one I have now in the menu, it's like a roguelite slash wave mode of the game that they put it in this remaster as an extra mode. The Last of Us Part 2, the original, they didn't have that. If you want, we can play one round until I die or something. But if not, why not? Okay. Okay. Cool. Hey, let's play one round to see what is it. New round, challenges, what is this? Complete the encounters, unlocks. This is how you unlock the characters. Okay. Unlocks custom run, modes. Complete the challenges in Nappy. Okay. And this is the characters that you can play with. Really? Progress card challenge to unlock part 1. And also you have outfit of Joel from the no, if you finish the game the chronological order of the original the game, the story, you unlock the for this mode Joel and Tommy the outfit of Drake and his brother from the Uncharted 4. What is this? Balance experience, resource unlimited. Let's do this. I don't know. Okay. So you have all of those characters. Okay. I will go with. Oh. Okay. This is the. What the fuck we call it? The new game from Naughty Dog anyway. Intergalactic. Yeah. Mortal Kombat. Let's put it with this. No, this. Okay, skins for the gun, skins for that, skins for the other. What Abby has? Abby doesn't have skins? No, I put the random thing. Okay, she has a shit ton of skins. Siphon filter. Okay. I cannot see the skins for those characters. Okay, whatever. Warning, challenge and level cannot be changed. Ella, more. How far we gonna go? I'm pretty sure I will die in 10 minutes. I'm fucking aimless. We saw that already. What are all those? First of all, it has so many different control schemes. Okay, that's cool. That's fucking cool. Okay.
Let's see.
What do you mean, Gyro? Man, who is supporting the fucking controllers from Switch? Just Switch. No one else give a fuck about the Switch controllers. I know we are. Maybe it supports in the DualSense, but I don't think so. I don't know, maybe it is, but well, maybe it was. Oh, sorry, the FPS are down again. Whee! No, Xbox doesn't have this. Aha! So we have timer also. We can prepare maybe something. Nope. Okay, so the wave is gonna be here in a moment. I don't have time to do anything. And what is the wave? They are now they are zombies. Okay.
Now what?
So maybe in other levels they are not zombies. Maybe they are, or maybe here also. Like if I proceed with them, maybe they will stop gonna be zombies. Maybe we will have something else. Oh, and they are fucking hunters. How the fuck I will take out the hunters? Yeah? Okay. Let's see. I will do that. I'm pretty sure I will not. I'm fucking awful at those. But anyway, the hunter knows that I am here. I'm free to do anything now that we have a hunter. Okay, now the hunter knows that I am here. Fuck. Aha! Okay, so... Beautiful. So, what do you think? I will go until the third wave or not? Already I start doing bullshit. Oh, I mean there are 3 enemies and I killed the first one. Okay, maybe it can happen. Where is the other hunter? I see one there. Where's the other that goes away? Did this hunter knows where I am? I mean, I will be honest. Yeah, I will be honest. I'm not playing this seriously right now. I don't care. Okay, so this is what is happening. Okay, we saw it. So I don't give a fuck to play more. Okay, now what is happening? You need to start from the beginning, right? Yo, you go in new run. Okay, yes, and challenges. What I have done? Did I have done anything? I have done this. 1 out of 4. Okay, whatever. It's interesting. Okay, if you like this shit, if you want to play more The Last of Us Part 2, you can do it in this mode. If you are bored of playing the campaign again, it's interesting. Why not? If you want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's okay. Fine by me. I'm okay for now. So that's it, I think, right? Let's see what is happening with the music, because maybe Paradise Lost will start playing. We will have problem with the copyrights. Okay, no, we don't have. We have the same thing from the game shop. So that's it. We have done everything. Let's go here. The music is playing behind? Of course not. Ah, now it's playing. Okay, cool. Let's go out of the game. Yeah, to relax. I cannot show you my how we call it, my desktop right now. It's this new thing. I will tell you how they call it, because I don't remember. It's from Razer, and they call it Action. And you can put different wallpapers. Some of them, they are moving wallpapers. And the funny part is that it's changing also the colors on your keyboard to match the wallpaper. And they had some pretty cool with the Cyberpunk that I have, and I was doing some things there. But for some reason, automatically it's changing to some others that I have downloaded to check. and it's one that it's from the Silent Hill 2 remake, and it's a dark corridor, and you have a fucking nurse in the end of the corridor. So right now, when I go out of my game, I didn't expect that. I saw just one nurse, like one corridor, and one nurse there with a fucking pipe. It's a bit scary. I will change it in a moment. I will put again the cyberpunk. I don't like this. It's very scary the way the nurse is watching me. Anyway, we have done everything now from The Last of Us. We saw both of The Last of Us. That was something that, to be honest, if you ask me like 2 years ago if I will do that in the channel, probably I will tell you no. Yo, I need to play the remake. Fuck me. Not yet. It's gonna happen later. Probably I will tell you no, because I wasn't sure that I will have some way to play the game, those two games. But here we are. The things are changing, and now I have both of The Last of Us in the channel. So I am pretty happy with that, because The Last of Us are two games that I love. And I wanted to have them in the channel, and now we have them. We play both of them. They think there are some other also PlayStation exclusives that they still stay as a PlayStation exclusives that I want to have in the channel, and of course it's those games there that I have shown you the other time. And I don't know how the fuck I will play these games. I have some ideas, but we will see if we're gonna do something about that. In any case, that's it with The Last of Us. So probably I will make I have one PlayStation 4 summer, but the thing is that the how we call it, the Shadow of the Colossus for PlayStation 4 that I have there, it's inside the plastic thing. I haven't opened it, and I am very tempted to leave it forever there to never open it. So I don't know if I will do it. Anyway, we will see. Also the part 2, the part 2. I am saying we are in the live stream of The Last of Us part 2, and I say part 2. Also the Shadow of the Colossus for PlayStation 3, the edition I have there, it's also inside the plastic. Like, no one opened both of them, and I am very tempted to leave it there forever. In any case, we will see. This is different problem for the future, because in the next live stream we're gonna do Uncharted. We're gonna start Uncharted 4. I am also pretty excited to play those games because we're gonna relax ourselves a bit. The Last of Us, it's fucking awesome. It's freaking awesome, but it's very I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if you understand me. So right now with Uncharted, we're gonna go in some games that they're gonna be a bit more relaxing. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have smart ass protagonists who say bullshit all the time. Gameplay that it's very action oriented, with puzzles here and there that they are not so difficult, or at least I remember that they are not so difficult. We will see how difficult they are. With a good story. I think the Uncharted 4 has pretty good story. I have never played the Lost Legacy. I was ready to say the Lost Levels. Anyway, I have never played the Lost Legacy, so I am also excited to play this to see what the fuck is happening with the Lost Legacy. I know it's a small game. It's not very big, but anyway. I think it's very bad as a stealth. Yeah, I mean, in Uncharted, you go in stealth, you're killing one guy. After that, everyone know where the fuck are you, and you start killing everyone. Bam, bam, bam. It's working. This is what is gonna happen. I am pretty sure. And man, the fucking nurse is watching me. Let's change that. Wait, I will change the background. I will put the fucking Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is awesome because it's much better. It's also like doing it's moving background. It's doing shit. Like the Cyberpunk thing, it's like a big neon thing, and it's going on and off. And the keyboard, it's the same colors, and it's doing some white things here and there, like stars. It's pretty cool. Anyway, fuck Razer for now, and let's go back to the games. We're gonna play Uncharted. So from the next Tuesday 7.5 Central European time, we're gonna start Uncharted 4. I see what you say, because that way we're gonna play everything, every Uncharted in PlayStation 4, but Unfortunately, I don't have it here with me. I had the collection, but it wasn't mine. It was one friend of mine that he gave it to me, and I played in the PlayStation 4 Pro. I have somewhere there my roommate's PlayStation 4. Um, but after that, I give it back because it wasn't mine. So this is one thing I wanted to play. I will be honest. I want very much to have the whole Uncharted series in the live streams. But unfortunately, on PC right now, for some reason, we can play 4 and Lost Legacy. I don't know, it's the same shit with Microsoft. Microsoft has done this pretty clever thing that right now on Steam, you can play every Halo game except the fucking 5. So if you want to see every Halo game on PC, you cannot, for some reason. You can have all of them, I mean all of them. Even the Halo Wars 1, Halo Wars 2, even the Spartan Assault. Spartan Assault 2, I don't remember how it was the name of the second game from that. Every Halo in the series, Halo DST, Halo Reach, everyone, except Halo 5 for some reason. It's mind-blowing. Anyway, now, just something like that. Anyway, we will see. We're gonna go with that, like that, and we will see in the future. But for sure, we have more exclusive from PlayStation to play in the live streams, because I'm thinking after. Oh yeah, Fable also, you cannot play them on PC. I think any Fable right now, it's not available on PC. Except if you have xCloud. I'm not sure about the xCloud, but if you want to play them native on PC, you cannot. All of them, even if you have them in physical form, because they need to connect with the. I think they used to call it Windows Live, and this shit does not exist anymore. So even if you have the Fable 3 on physical disc, you cannot play it. It's awesome, yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being here until now. As I said before, we're gonna continue this journey through Naughty Dog's games. And with the Uncharted 4, the next Tuesday, 7.5 Central European time, we're gonna start Uncharted 4, another game that is fucking beautiful. I don't remember how beautiful still is. I mean, I don't know if it's still so much beautiful as it used to be, but the first time I played it was like, in PlayStation 4, it was fucking gorgeous. And that's it for now. If you want, in the description, you can find right now The Last of Us Part 1, that I have finished this game, and as I am saying the last 20 minutes, later you're gonna find Uncharted 4 and Uncharted Lost Legacy, if you want to check those also. I want to remind you the social media, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and TikTok. I am posted every time before the live stream and after the live stream, if I remember it, because I have sometimes that I forgot to post after the live stream. Anyway, it's not gonna happen today for sure. And in TikTok, I'm doing something else with short reviews, if you want to check those also. And last but not least is this thing here. Did I point right here? If you want, give a thumbs up to the video if you like what you saw, and subscribe to the channel for more series. We finished The Last of Us. Before we have Until Dawn and almost every Supermassive game. Before that we had the Darksiders series. Before that we have a lot of other series, so I'm not gonna name all of them. And that's it. Yo, what do you mean? Remaster for what? Anyway, we will see. Write down and we will talk about it next Tuesday. Cool? Ade. Ciao for now. Good night. Kisses. And again, thank you very much for being here now. Play the fucking The Last of Us 2 Part 2. It's awesome. Like, don't hear the people who say, no. It's awesome. Play this game. I love it. Anyway, ciao. Good night.